All right. This is the final day. We have gone through The Art of Focus by Dan Koe. Absolutely phenomenal book. So if you get it, you'll want to read the first intro pages, and then also at the end he has these suggestions. You learn a little bit more about him. The book suggestions are really good too. I love all those. So yeah, hope you enjoy his content, and check out. He also has a new a new thing called Cortex. So if you go to his page, you'll probably learn about that there. But it's cool for anyone who needs. I guess it helps you organize your thoughts, but also think through your processes as a solopreneur entrepreneur. And anyhow, I haven't gotten into it yet, but I'm going to log in and create my own, I guess, login page for that and start it today. I'm very curious about how that will lead, but that's one other thing. So let's do this. I'm at section value creation, the very last section of the book. All right. I'd like to believe that the unconscious evolution-aligned intent behind modern technology, specifically the new society forming in social media, was to allow us to gain access to information we wouldn't normally have, thus increasing our potential in life. Information leads to awareness of opportunity. Awareness of opportunity leads to valuable ideas. Valuable ideas lead to positive behavior change, not only in yourself, but in others. Positive behavior change ripples from the individual to community to society and beyond. One can argue that the spread of valuable information is one of the greatest good you can do. Now, manipulation of information can lead to death, destruction, and getting trapped in your own head. But we are here to focus on the positive implications of the information age we live in, thus breathing more life into it. I want you to understand one thing. Everything is information, or in formation. Everything is form that arises in consciousness that is the eternal present moment. Our genetic code is information. Light is information that our eyes perceive in a way that aligns with our survival. Past, present, and future states of our lives are the result of information conditioned into our mind over time. Information is how humans form beliefs that shape our thoughts and go on to influence behavior. Information is what accumulates as tension or resistance that, when released, leads to discovery, innovation, and creative breakthrough that ripples throughout the universe when put to use. Everyone has the same big goal they are trying to achieve. That is to increase the quality of their human experience as much as possible. Our thoughts, emotions, and actions, which are all types of information, dictate our experience, which is information in the form of feedback. You see, the human mind needs ordered information to keep itself well ordered, like sports, religious doctrine, and morning routines. Once we have the information to play a game well through learning, and then play the game well that results in experience, that experience will be of higher quality than if we were fed chaotic information. There is content and there is consciousness. The structure of the content is what determines happiness and fulfillment. That content can represent order or chaos, the latter resulting in poor quality of experience. This is interesting to note. When people make a big change in their life, like cleaning up their diet, they usually attribute the uptick in their quality of life to the diet itself. It plays a role, yes, but I would argue that sticking to a regimented diet results in an enhanced experience because of the order it brings to your mind. When you eliminate the possibility of distraction, which would be junk food in this instance, the frame of your focus is difficult to penetrate. While most use information as a way to distract themselves from the problems in their life through argument, mainstream news, and flavor of the day drama, others realize this trap and let curiosity guide them in the opposite direction. There is a way to use information for good. That way is to control the content of your consciousness, guide the content of others' consciousness, and increase the quality of life that all parties experience. This is a journey of both self-actualization and self-monetization, which eventually results in self-transcendence, increasing your quality of life and passing down what you've learned to do what you've learned to do the same for others. The future belongs to those who occupy the most mental real estate with their ideas. Manipulators know this and will stop at nothing to act as collective crabs in a bucket. That is, minds of low development will try to bring the world down to its level. Minds of high development will try to bring the world up. We are in the middle of a spiritual war of ideas. Creative work is the vessel for impacting the minds of others. But don't be mistaken, this is a spiritual battle. When you peel back the veil of labels, limits, and distinctions, everything we do is to transfer our quality of spirit experience from one to another until we reach the collective experience of the universe. The emergence of the digital plane of reality has perpetuated, I can't say it, perpetuated, that's it. The emergence of the digital plane of reality has perpetuated this issue, and I hope you feel a sense of obligation to raise the collective consciousness through the spread of quality information through your medium of choice. From a high level, every entrepreneur, monk, and subjectively successful individual understands the importance of tending to the information that lives in their head rent-free. When you read a book, the best ideas are adopted into your worldview. When you consume social media content, the same thing happens. Over time, we cultivate a perspective and identity that influences and reinforces itself through our choices. Whether they be positive or negative, the ideas that occupy collective mental real estate will influence the progress we make as a species. The future belongs to those that can capture and hold attention with valuable information for the most amount of time possible. This is not limited to people physically looking at you, listening to what you say, or consuming a product or service they've purchased from you. Like an impactful quote, people can hold information in their mind and give it attention when they need to make a life decision. To create is to meet the base desire of your psyche, and the experiences that manifest through focused creation are ones of feeling lost, overwhelmed, focused, and fulfilled, often in that order. Creation is the process of hunting for an abundance of raw material, experimentation, making a giant mess, connecting the dots, and attempting to package up your findings in a way that is perceived as valuable for whom it was created. To become a value creator is not a business model, but a way of life. It is the simple yet often overcomplicated act of leaning into your nature of survival, reproduction, and exchange of goods between your community on the mental plane of existence. Value creators are obsessive reality explorers. They don't create to make money, they make money to create. They research their obsessions and distill their learnings with articulate writing or speaking that is persuasively distributed to the public. They get paid for aggregated knowledge and experience in their products, even if those products aren't information products. Lastly, they prioritize education of their attracted community to the point of positive behavior change. Value creators dedicate themselves to their interests found in exploring the unknown, not an interest that was projected on them, because that would eliminate the unique combination of interests learned, which would decrease profitability beyond money. Why does this matter? Because we need passionate individuals to become experts in their respective domains of mastery. Who else is going to do it? Will the government, that is intimately tied to the school system, nurture a curriculum as technology phases out an entire segment of work? Not a chance. At the time of me writing this, the value space in the new economy is sadly small. Everyone is focused on flashy gimmicks and cheap entertainment to hold a mindless audience. Few care about the depth behind the looks. The looks are important, don't get me wrong, but they are groundless without an attached, intrinsic philosophy that gives meaning to what can quickly become a meaningless existence. We need individuals that can attract and educate the people that resonate with them, because school curriculums won't be able to keep up with the niche advancements of value creators, as they are the first to find, develop, and create opportunities on the free market. The future of value will be created by holistic synthesizers. The school system educates in compartments when reality is not compartmentalized. Each department, like science, humanities, mathematics, and art, each have their own biases in which they isolate and interpret information with a lack of regard for the whole. In this day and age, the problem isn't a lack of technical expertise, it's a lack of wisdom. Wisdom is nuanced and requires development over time. When you zoom out to adopt the perspective of the universe, you gain the understanding needed to piece together a creative solution that can hone in on a technical problem. If you accept this path, you will be criticized. You will contradict yourself because life requires change. You will feel lost quite often. Don't forget that it isn't supposed to be any other way. If you haven't yet created sustainability in your life, the only other way to achieve it is by someone else's creation. To reiterate the entirety of this path, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, seek to understand and experience the patterns of the universe. They can teach you more than any words, form, or interpretation. Notice how it ebbs and flows across all planes of reality. There is creation, destruction, give, take, birth, and death, with an invisible glue holding it all together that we call spirit. Second, and as you experience the full range of the human experience, align your decisions with the perspective of your ideal self. This is done through creating an actualization hierarchy of goals, moving forward, moving back, learning and solving problems that reflect on a universal level. You are the universe, but there are many limitations you have accepted that prevent you from realizing who you are. You burst through these limitations by making progress and doing the inner work necessary to avoid getting lost in the game. Third, and from an elevated state of consciousness, harness the creative ability of your mind to build holistic projects that contribute to humanity, even if on a small scale. Hunt for ideas and build with your own two hands. Make the immaterial material. Turn dirt into gold. Become a massive value creator in a world that is desperate for depth. At the root of it all, leave your dent in the world through the art of focus. Yay! So good. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this trip. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you get his book and experience Cortex too if you're an entrepreneur. All right. Ciao.